Life is a waterfall, we're one in the river and one again during the fall. Swimming through the void, we hear the word, we free ourselves and we find it all. Cause we are the ones that wanna play, always love to go and we always get to stay. And we are the ones that need not choose, always wanna play but you never have to lose. Angels in the sky, when you free your mind, you free your life. Life is a waterfall, we drink from the river, then we turn around and create our thoughts. Swimming through the void, we hear the word, we free ourselves and we find it all. Cause we are the ones that love to play, always love to go and we always get to stay. And we are the ones that need not choose, always get to play but you never have to lose. Angels in the sky, when you free your mind, you free your life. Angels so up high, when you free your mind's eternal prize. Angels in the sky, when you free your mind, you free your life. Angels in the sky, when you free your mind, you free your life. Angels so up high, when you free your mind's eternal prize. Ah, ah, ah,
Hi there, and welcome to this guided meditation. The purpose of this meditation is to reflect on this past year. And before we begin, I invite you to gently close your eyes and take a nice, slow, deep breath in and exhale. And inhale again, deeper than you've done all day so far. And as you exhale, just focus on the sound of my voice, allowing it to ground you into the current moment. And just imagine that you're a tree and your roots are moving into the earth, going deeper and deeper into the ground. grounding you evermore. And now move all your energy deep within your heart and becoming really introspective of the last 12 months. And just think about your personal achievements, your deep moments of growth, and thank yourself for choosing God through it all. And now just make the choice now to commit yourself even more deeply to your eternal relationship with God, your love, your everything. Bask in the bliss of every breakthrough, every accomplishment, no matter whether it felt like a flicker of candlelight entering your consciousness, or like an explosion of multiple simultaneous fireworks lighting up your heart. Every experience, every quantum leap is a transmutation of not love to pure love energy and your connection to God. Love and accept yourself without condition as you mull over your past life choices. Say goodbye to the old and to the person that you thought you knew, who is not your true divine self. Let go of all that does not serve you and retain without attachment all that does serve you and is you. For your love goes with you everywhere, and it cannot be lost. And have deep compassion for yourself as you change and transform, purify and transmute, like a caterpillar hibernating, gaining all its strength until it is ready to break through and free itself from the shackles of its existence, and is born again into a butterfly, a beautiful butterfly with eternal life. You have the power of choice. You have all the power to make a new choice in every moment. And as Cameron Crowe once said, every passing minute is another chance to turn it all around. Stay in this space in deep reflection and contemplation. You may even pause this meditation if you desire to. And as you thank yourself, thank the year that just came and went. And thank the new year ahead of you and all of the wondrous events to come. Take a deep breath in your body and being fully expanding with new life. And once you reach the peak of that inhale, hold it for a brief moment. And delicately exhale with a sigh. And as your breath returns to its natural flow, gently begin to rotate your shoulders and move your fingers. And just softly open your eyes back to the world around you. Happy New Year, and may all your dreams come true. Namaste.
Hi everyone, I am Mina and I feel truly blessed to be doing this card reading today for this special Sunday service where we're celebrating the new year and also the 3rd year anniversary of the Church of Union. I will be pulling cards from the deck Oracle of the Unicorns by Cordelia Brabs, which will take us into the enchanted realm of magic and miracles. I have already pre-shuffled the deck and pulled 3 cards for a reading, so let's begin. So the first card is Courage. You are safe. Fear is an illusion. Set strong boundaries. I feel like this is an amazing card to begin the reading and the new year, because courage is action taken from the heart. And I feel like with this card, God is inviting us to dig deep into our hearts and find out what are really our passions, what really moves us, what are the things that we really care about. Because as we dig deeper, that allows us for an exploration that will guide us through the necessary steps to have a good life. I feel like it's a reminder too that God will be providing everything that we need in order to accomplish our wishes. He's going to provide us the safety, the protection, the resources, the space, everything that we need in order for those wishes to come true. Because remember, if we have a desire in our hearts, it's because God has planted it there. So it is a good practice to ask ourselves, keep asking ourselves in the new year, where can I bring more love? What would make me even happier? Where can I invite more God in my life? I feel like this will show us, that will show you the steps that you need in order to have a good journey through it all. So for the second card, we have Adventure. Dare to do things differently. Manifest your travel dreams. Move to a new location. I love how the cards go along because this card speaks to me about us being an invitation for us, for you to see life as an adventure. Because with God, things are actually fun, things are easy. This card also invites us to break free from the past, to surrender all fears, all illusions, really let go of everything that doesn't serve us. Because as we begin the New Year's resolution, we want to invite more God, we want to invite more love, we want to invite more peace, but we can't really do that if we're holding back or if we're carrying all the heavy stuff from the past. So I feel like with a fresh new energy, we can really make a new choice, make a choice to really have a blast, to really have a good time in our lives. We really don't have to wait. We really don't have to settle for anything. So I feel like this is also an invitation to have a deeper commitment with God, to really have a deeper relationship with God, so we can have a good experience, a positive through it all. We don't have to, I don't know, just feel like we will only be happy when we have our desires come true, when we have our harmonious twin flame union, when we have the financial abundance. That is not true. We can really have a good time right here, right now, at all times with God. So if we really choose to do that, and if we really take the steps to do that. So I feel like as a unionist, you're really encouraged to really practice seeing life as an adventure. And I also feel like this card is inviting you to really unleash the inner child in you, to really let it guide you through the exploration. Because the inner child in you will remind you of the deepest dreams that you have buried inside. It will make you feel even more alive. It will bring more joy. It will bring more, so you can be delighted. So you can be delighted in your life in this new year. So this is a beautiful card, and I love how they really they go together very well. So the third card is Magic. I love this. Make a wish. Believe in miracles. Magic surrounds you. So yeah, again, as you think about, as you feel into your New Year's resolution, you certainly should ask for more love, for more peace, and everything that you need and that you desire in your heart and in your soul. But make it in a way that you're accepting and welcoming magic. I feel like with this card, God is encouraging us to give ourselves the allowance to believe in miracles, because life is much better with God. Life flows with God. It is actually, when we invite God in, it is very natural to have an amazing life, for things to flow divinely. And remember, as a divine being, you are meant to have a divine life. You are meant to enjoy heaven on earth. So as you really give yourself that allowance, as you open up the space for magic and miracles in your life. And if you get into a situation where you feel like life is not flowing, you can simply pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, how can I love myself here? How can I invite more God here? If God was in control, what would He do? What would I be feeling? In this way, you're actually deepening your relationship with God. You're really becoming more intimate with God, and you're becoming more intimate with your divinity. So that is beautiful. I feel like this card is also reminding us that nothing is impossible with God. So it is truly an invitation for us to surrender, to completely surrender and let God show us the way, and really see God in ourselves, see our lives from a different perspective overall. And I feel like in this community, we have amazing role models with Jeff and Shaleia and many other couples in harmonious union. I feel like they're proof, evidence that life is meant to be amazing. So God is also telling us that in the new year, twin flame love is about to take over. And it is our time to shine, because the promise of dreams is that they do come true. So if you really open your heart, and if you really allow yourself to believe in magic and miracles, as you did when you were a little one, you can really definitely prepare for the universe and for God to surprise you. What a beautiful card, and to begin the new year and set the stage for an amazing year filled with many blessings and joy and all the things that your heart desires. So really enjoy your life in the new year. Make it a point to have a blast. No reason to wait, no reason to settle, because God is backing you up, and God is fulfilling Himself through your life and through you. That is all for the card reading today. I wish you keep enjoying this sermon.
Hello, I'm Marisol. Happy New Year 2023. I wish all your dreams come true. Happy anniversary to the Church of Union. This week is our 3rd anniversary on January the 5th, and I want to thank our gurus, Jeff and Shaleia, for making this possible, and also all the volunteers who belong to this community for their work to extend the message of and the teachings of Union to the world. Thank you very much for sharing your love every day. Welcome to the first Sunday service of 2023. Today I will introduce you the sermon with Jose and Micaela about this energy we have when a new year starts. I usually make a list of all my intentions, my goals, the things I want to achieve during the year, but yesterday I was thinking about 3 things I achieved in 2022, and I want to share you to one of those things. For example, when I became a volunteer to the Church of Union, at first I had resistance, but then I did the mirror exercise with every aspect I found until I felt calm and peaceful, and I started my work at the community. And now I can see how my life has more joy, more happiness, and more love than before. And that was because applying the teachings of Union in my life has changed it completely. I grew up in a Catholic family, and I always thought that something inside of me was not comfortable with that religion. One of the things I've never liked and I've never understood was why I have to put a priest between God and me. I had to book by time to stay with God only once a week, and why not the rest of the week? But when I became a unionist, I realized how easy it is being with God. I just have to be myself. I just have to be myself. I don't have to be someone different. I don't have to sacrifice any part of myself to be with God. I don't have to book some time to go somewhere and be with Him. I can be with God every hour, every minute, every day. I really felt a release because that was I was always been looking for. You don't have to change your entire life to apply the teachings. The teachings arranges your life and you learn how to flow with it. And of course, in the beginning, you must have some discipline to watch Tifas, to do the mirror exercise with every upset which appears in your reality, but you always obtain more. That's the reason why I think it's important to be grateful to every little goal you achieved it last year and see how these teachings helps you to grow in every area of your life. What I learned in my spiritual path is how powerful is being grateful, because gratitude attracts more support from God in everything you want to achieve. And that's why I propose you to think about 3 things you reached last year and be grateful for that. In that state of being, feeling your gratitude, you can ask for your new goals to get during this year. For example, I want to be grateful for all the donations and tithes Church of Union received in 2022, because we are closer to our dream to have a physical church for all the Twin Flames and Twin Flames unions. I wish in 2023 we can collect more donations and tithes than last year and be even closer to that dream. What I really love about Unionism is that your life doesn't need to be separated from your spirituality, and you can have both. You can be with God any moment you want to be with Him. In many religions, you have your life and your spirituality separated, like in different rooms at home or in different days of the week and in different parts of your consciousness. What we learn in these teachings is to heal all the separation consciousness from God, from our twin flame, from our own divinity. And when you learn that and apply the teachings in your life, what you get or what you experience is all the power of love creating with you and changing your reality. Because you create with God, you work together with Him, and what's the inner work you do every day makes you grow exponentially. You can meditate about where were you 5 or 4 years ago and how much has your life changed since you are in the community. Doing your inner work, watching Tifas every day, and you will find your evolution. I'm in the community more than 1 year, and I could testify that I really grew more in the last year than in the previous 10 years in my spiritual path. I made many changes in my current life. I quit my job to begin a new one and invested more in myself and in my inner work. I made a lot of courses, I read more and learned more about the spirituality and so on. And I have grown in peace, in love, in happiness. And that's why every mirror exercise I did was worth it. All the changes I made and all the inner work I did created a solid base of peace to begin new things and feel supported, and I didn't need to force anything. If I had resistance, I just let it go, no matter how many mirror exercises I had to do. I only have to make the decision to flow with God, to flow with life, to flow with love and move through the challenges and move through the blocks. And now I will leave you with Jose and Micaela and I invite you to donate or tithe to continue to help us spread the message of Unionism to the world. Your donations and tithes help us to produce these sermons that reach far and wide. Thank you for joining us, and I will see you at the end.
Hi everyone, I'm Jose.
I'm Michaela.
Welcome back and Happy New Year to all of you. Let us start today's service with the opening Oms and the opening prayer. So you can Om loud or in your heart. I am the only child of God, forever part of Him. I am created by Him in perfection, and there I always remain. My mind is my sanctuary, where I keep His holy creation sacred. I will only allow in His voice. I will only accept His word.
Today I will hear the word of God. I surrender myself to His teachings through His divine channel. I will honor what He has spoken and accept it as His will. I will be obedient to His word, for this is my salvation.
In Christ's name, Amen.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining us today for this week's Sunday sermon, and Happy New Year. And today we're going to be talking about the New Year. It's a special holiday. We hope everyone had a great Christmas. And we're going to talk about the 3-year anniversary of the Church of Union, which is coming up on January 5th, which also happens to be the birthday of Paramahansa Yogananda. So it feels like a very auspicious time and a really good time to reflect on the year and what your year has been like while applying this work into your life. Because I know for us, we've been reflecting a lot on our past year and all of the past years before. I've been doing this work over 5 years now. And you 4, so we're feeling like we got some momentum built up. And something that we notice every year is that the work really does help you grow exponentially, and your life, the changes that you experience start to increase the more that you practice the work. And it's just a really beautiful time to reflect on how your life has changed in this past year, what you feel you have accomplished, not accomplished, or how you feel that you have healed and grown and changed, and to reflect on everything, how you feel about your life compared to maybe last year or a few years ago. And we always find that we've grown monumentally in a year, and that it seems like the years kind of fly by. But yeah, it's really a beautiful time for that kind of reflection.
Yeah, and it is a very good time to also reflect on your spiritual growth, because sometimes in this time of the year, you may focus on everything that you don't have yet, or new goals, or things like that, but it's also a very good moment for gratitude to everything that happened. What did you achieve spiritually? What did you change? Every little victory counts in your life. And as you said, the work helps you grow exponentially. So it's only a matter of starting it and just keeping it. We were just watching the first Sunday service of the Church of Union. Yeah, and oh my God, how many things have changed since then. In the Church of Union, the community, in our lives, in the life of others.
But
the core teaching is the same.
Yeah, it's the same. Nothing changes. We were watching it again and getting new pieces of information that we didn't get before. Like always, with a TIFAS class or anything, you can always go deeper. And this is something beautiful about this teaching. It's a forever body you have. It's like a forever, what is the word for this? Yeah, it's something that you have forever with you. Yeah. It's something eternal. It's an eternal gift that you have in your life, and it keeps giving to you every single time, no matter how long you have been here.
Yeah, when we were watching that sermon, it helped me to deepen into Unionism and the founding of Unionism and the beginning of the Church of Union as a religion, which is about finding union with God in all areas of your life, in your finances and your wealth and your partnerships, your relationships, your twin flame, your purpose, your beauty, your health, your your home, all the things.
Everything.
And I thought it was really beautiful because your whole life does become your ascension path when you're doing this work. And Unionism is just a really beautiful religion that you can use, for all areas of your life, and it doesn't conflict with any other type of spirituality. But it's something that Jeff and Shaleia talked about in that first sermon, is that Unionism is the easiest and gentlest and most updated and modern way of ascension. And that it doesn't require you, like in the past, to renounce your wealth, like take vows of poverty and chastity and let go of your material possessions and desires, but actually embrace those desires and create a life with God. And we actually wrote down a quote here, something that Jeff said in the class, or not class, the sermon. And it says, if you're honoring God through wealth, he will multiply your wealth for you. If you honor God through health, he will multiply your health for you. If you're honoring God through relationship, he will increase your relationships and increase the quality of the relationships you do have. So it's about relating to God in these things, instead of in the, I guess in history, those types of things were used as replacements for God, or, just seeking God outside of yourself. But when you put God first and you seek God in these, or through these things, union with God, it makes your life very beautiful. And so that's something, it's really nice to reflect on the year and how applying the teachings of union have multiplied blessings in your life, or changed your inner reality or your spiritual wealth. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very beautiful how on this path you can use your entire life for your ascension, and you can find God everywhere. And this is something Jeff was saying in this sermon, is how can you pull the water? Yeah, unionism is in harmony with all things of God, and you can apply that in all areas of your life. And I remember for me specifically, this is something I have never seen before anywhere. When I was starting my spiritual path, I grew in a Catholic family or Catholic area, but I never found anything like completely right for me. I know Shaleia was sharing about that. And I remember I was doing things in my life when the Church of Union was created. I was like, what is that? Sounds interesting, sounds fun. And I remember watching the first sermon, and I was like, oh my God, this is the thing I have been looking for. Like, this has everything I desire, and in a very normal way, in a very beautiful way. I remember watching the sermon and I was like, this is the path I want to follow. And I would have never imagined the change of my life. I would have never imagined being here, giving a sermon in this channel. So things really change with this teaching.
Yeah, and I remember when, before the Church of Union was officially founded, back during the recording of live TVEX classes, we were still all very much aware that what we're doing is way more than just like a spiritual practice, or way more than just like a hobby. It's a lifestyle, and it is like a religion. And a religion is not like, something, I don't know, what is a religion? Like, it's something that it's a lifestyle. It's a way you live your life.
A way of being.
A way of,
yeah.
A way of being. And so it's about just finding union with God through all areas of your life and knowing that you don't have to leave any part of your life out of that, and that every part of your life is your spiritual path, including your, house and like doing the dishes and things like that. And wherever God is calling you, and that's something that you really start to develop on this path, is that God is calling you to do something in every moment. So when you're with the flow with God, you're either doing something, He's always calling you to do something. Sometimes you're being called to just sit and reflect and feel your feelings, meditate. Sometimes you're called to clean your house. Sometimes you're called to do whatever work or projects or go on a walk, exercise, but there's always something that you're called to do. So you start to live your life in just a higher way than before, where you don't, it's like a totally surrendered life of flow. And I think that's really beautiful. Something that's really nice about Unionism is you just live a totally peaceful life where you can always feel just really confident that you're doing the right thing at all times. And when you know God in your heart, you do become very confident. And so, yeah.
Yes, and I think that is something that people really like about this teaching, because normally when you think about religion, for example, some people may think that, I need to give up something to be a part of this. I cannot have my desire. This is something that Jeff said in the sermon. I can embrace my desire. I don't need to give it up. I don't need to renounce to my desire. I can embrace it. And once you start to apply this teaching, you realize that the only thing that you surrender is the bad feeling, is the fear, is the thing that is not serving you at all. So you give nothing and you receive everything by doing that, because all good things come to you. And you get your twin flame in this path, your life purpose, a lot of amazing relationships, and everything you want. You have the honor to see that coming to fruition in your life every single day. And you know that every day you are working to be with God in every little aspect of your life. And that feels very good to know that you are working on your ascension, living your life and being happier and happier. And that is something priceless.
Yeah, and when you're living this way of being, which is union with God in all ways, something that was also referenced in the very first Church of Union Sunday sermon on January 5th of 2020. So it'll be the 3-year anniversary of the COU. Jeff and Shaleia really talked about how there is that energy of fear that gets very stirred up when you follow the path of union. But they talked about how when you do walk this path, you really embrace your divine protection, and that it's totally safe for you to just be a unionist and to share God's teaching, just like in the prayer, wherever he asks and only when he asks. And that it may ruffle feathers, which is something that Jeff said in the sermon, but that nothing can actually hurt you and nothing can take you away from your path. And this path really is just like every other spiritual path in all of history, but it's updated, modern, and it's about healing your vibration. And so your entire life is a reflection. It's a perfect mirror of your vibration, and all that you're doing on this path is every day working through the problems in your life, bringing peace to places where you didn't have peace, and healing your vibration and refining things and creating a better and better quality of life, and just healing your upsets using the mirror exercise and watching all of the classes and courses. And it really does just help you to purify everything out of your life that is not in alignment with God. And at the end of the day, you're going to have perfect union with God in all areas that you pursue God. And like this quote said, in your beauty, in your health, in your wealth, in your relationships, you will have and find God, which is total perfection, which is one thing that I love about this work. And something that helps us in our daily life is just knowing that God did create everything to be perfect and that you don't have to stop until it is perfect. And so, yeah, I just think that the end of the year is just a really great time to remember what we're doing and what this is all for, and kind of set your new goals for the new year, reflect, and yeah, just kind of ponder or like think about these things and feel your feelings about this time of year.
And just going deeper into your commitment to your path too. This is something that I love about this time of the year. You can renew your commitment to the spiritual path, to your life, to achieve that thing that you want. And always strive for more God in your life. And yeah, knowing that, like you said, you can have perfection in your life, so you don't need to settle in your life. You can continue the path, and if you think it's good, it can get better. So you can keep at it every single day. And isn't that moving forward? Isn't that applying the work that you find the most pleasure? It's not in the achieving the thing or getting there. Is what are you doing on the way? What are you doing on the path? Because there is path and there is a lot of things that we can learn and we can heal every day. Are you focused on those gifts that you are receiving every day? Or is your attention only on the goal?
Yeah.
Right? Because if your attention is only on the goal, you may not see all the blessings that you have in your life or the lessons. And if you don't see those, the lessons, you don't really get there. So it is important to be very present with the journey and just to apply the work of unionism. That's the only thing you need. Not to focus on the thing. It will come if you are really doing the work. But focusing on, I think that just doing the work is enough to move forward.
And I meet a lot of people who get discouraged about all of the work. You know, they're looking very long-term, big picture, like your ascension.
Yeah.
And so when you look at it like all like that, and you don't break it down into the small everyday steps, it can seem very far out and like unattainable. But God would not have led you here to this work if he didn't want you to have total success in it. You know, like you wouldn't be listening to these words and in this community if you weren't meant to go all the way to the end. And so it's safe to just keep working the process, and that's really important, that it's not getting the thing or the result or harmonious union or the fulfillment of your life purpose or whatever your goal is. Like that goal is not the thing that makes you happy. It is the journey, you know, it's God within you now, and that every moment that you're in has a lot of meaning, and all these little moments add up to one big, you know, picture. And yeah, I think that's really beautiful.
Yes, something that came to mind is from A Course in Miracles. It says there is no difference in miracles or something like that.
No
like,
order of difficulty.
Yeah, there is no order of difficulty on miracles. Meaning that all miracles are the same. Like there is no bigger miracle, smaller miracle.
They're all acts of love.
They are all acts of love. And the same with blocks. You can maybe have this incredible block, but it's not bigger than the small block that you heal. One may look bigger in your life, but at the end of the day, is only a place of you calling for love. And you can do that. And like you said, it may look impossible. I think when you imagine enlightenment, you don't know what it is. It's like, enlightenment is that thing?
I used to think it meant like you just dissolve, like you just become non-physical. I mean, I don't know, I guess that's true, but I had a really weird conception of it, and it just seemed so like unreachable, you know, just like unrealistic.
Yeah, I think for me, I thought you disappear or something and you melt, but once you take this journey, you just get better and happier, and it's like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And you don't see the final picture. You don't know what that is or how that looks like. But instead of looking at it like it's impossible, I will never get there, you can look at it this way. When you do a mirror exercise and you really complete it, something happens in your life, you are not bothered by something, for example, you healed it.
Yeah.
Something has completely changed and you feel in a totally new way. If that can happen in that little part of your life, why is it so difficult to believe that all of your life can be like that? And especially if you do this work for a while, so many things change. Why not more? And then when you have more, why not more? And the more you do it, the easier it gets to I think your faith grows.
Your confidence.
Your confidence on the path grows. And you see, okay, if I keep doing this, I will get there. I don't know where there is or how does it look like, but hey, I have the tools, the work, I'm doing it. So it doesn't matter how long it takes. Are you having fun? Are you happy with the journey? Are you working towards more happiness in your life? Because if you are, hey, have fun. Like time is really nothing.
Yeah, relax and enjoy
Yeah,
your
relax. When you are in a party and you are having fun, time flies. You don't, you know. But if you are looking at the clock all the time,
you're boring.
you are bored, you are suffering, it never moves, and you don't enjoy it at all. So have fun with the path.
Yeah, and when you finally do manifest the thing, I think something that everyone is aware of who really has manifested something with God, that it's so much better than you imagine. And it reminded me of this time in a TFAS class where Jeff said that it's because like things are so much better than you can even imagine, and you cannot conceptualize of how good it will be because it comes from the imagination of God, not from your imagination. So yeah, and all these mirror exercises that you do and choices that you make and healing, purification that you do, it all adds up. And that's something that is really good to reflect on at the end of the year and during the holiday season, is that all of those choices add up, and the time is going to pass anyway, so you might as well just use this each moment, in the direction of your healing and in the direction of your goals and desires and the direction of your ascension and purifying your vibration. Like you might as well, go in that direction, because like the time will pass, and with each year you'll be able to look back and see more and more and more how you've changed and grown and how beautiful your life is becoming. And it doesn't matter, like this is something that we all hear, like the manifestation doesn't make you happy. Like getting there, you never get there, there's always something that you're going to be achieving and growing to. And even like Jeff and Shaleia always say, even in heaven, you're always growing and expanding and learning more and expressing yourself more and more. You don't ever just like retire and die,
Yeah, so get used to it.
Yeah.
To growing.
So it's safe to just keep going and to like appreciate yourself for your successes and your growth during this time, and kind of like it's like I feel like a really inner time of reflecting and preparing yourself for the next year. And I think it's really beautiful that this time coincides with the anniversary of the Church of Union, because it's a really great time to just reflect on how Unionism has changed your life, because it sure changed our life.
Oh yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
So, do you feel complete?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Good. And now if you'd like to join us for our closing prayer and our closing alms.
Father, I accept your word into my heart. I will honor your will in my life and will follow you without hesitation anywhere you ask. I know you guide me into your heart where I belong. I accept that you are everywhere and your teaching is in all things. God, I know you provide me clarity in this teaching of union, that I may be forever in union with you.
I accept that you are in me as you are in my brother. I will not deny my brother your word and will share your teaching with him in any way you ask and only as you ask. For when I share my salvation with him, I fully claim my salvation and return to you with him.
In Christ's name, Amen.
Speaking this prayer in your heart means you have accepted that you are on the path of awakening to your true divine nature. This is what it means to be a unionist. Follow the teachings of union with God wherever you find them and purify your consciousness in perfect union with your Creator. And please join us for our closing alms. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. We hope you have a wonderful new year. We wish you a happy new year and hope you had a wonderful Christmas. And we will see you next time.
See you.
Hello again, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the sermon by Jose and Micaela, and I would like you to highlight that even if you want to achieve things and grow in all areas of your life, what really makes you happy is not the thing you want, it's the path you walk to achieve your goal. Every challenge you have to move through is an opportunity to claim more love, more peace, more beauty, more wealth. That's why Unionism as a religion is a modern and updated way to live your life, to be permanent in the state of being, to feeling good, continue growing and expanding yourself. Because many people think that what makes you feel happy is achieving your desires. But then when you do that, the happiness you get is ephemeral, is not sustainable because it becomes from a place you didn't invest your peace or your love to sustain the gift, because you didn't solve the bad feelings inside of you, and those feelings are still there. But Unionism, what really teaches us is just the opposite. Feel your bad feelings, stay present with them, do the mirror exercise and solve them. And the more peace, the more love, the more joy you invest in your past, the more you will get. I would like to invite you to visit our unionism.org page, where you will find all our past sermons, music, meditations and card readings, and you'll be able to donate or tithe to contribute to the Church of Union message to the world. And we also like to invite you to like and subscribe to our Church of Union YouTube channel, where you will find all of our past sermons and other live discussions from our Unionism discussion group on Facebook. And don't forget to activate the bell to receive a notification when we upload a new sermon. Also, directly after our Sunday service, please join us in After Church Tea Time on Facebook, where you could watch a group of unionists discussing and sharing their own experiences or learnings of this Sunday sermon. We thank you again for joining us. Have a great day and a great week. See you soon.